attention. You are now tuned in to Pass the Controller.
Game on. Round table, show me your moves.
How these noobs get good and get in the groove.
Gears of war like Sonic hopping the tuck.
You don't want the smoke, you'll get bodied by big knucks.
Come for the character, stay for the content.
Fans from the elite to the civic binding.
Conventions are streamed, the topics deceased.
Tell them tune in, peace and hair grease.
Let's go, baby.
Peace and hair grease.
Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller.
Yo, what is up? You know what day it is. You know what time it is. It is another brand new episode of Pass Controller. That's right, we're back. We had to wait until the storm and the fires and all that, the kind of rubble calmed down from E3 because, to be truthfully honest, did E3 did justice? We don't know, man. To me, listen, I'm not saying nothing. We're going to talk a lot about that. Of course, I am Mark Knuckles, Carter McNucks, to all of you gamers out there. Of course, man, the Salties gamer out. You got to respect your gaming elders as well, always, man. And we got the core group right here. Of course, to the left side of me, if I can point, I'm pointing the right direction. To the left side of me is my man Civic. What's up, Civic? What's going on?
What's going on, man? Long time no talk. It feels like it's been too long, but we got a lot of stuff to discuss tonight. Thank you for that introduction, by the way. Yeah, man, plenty of topics tonight. We're going to be talking about E3, obviously. We're going to be talking about upcoming game conferences, industry rumors, current games we're playing, pound cake recipes.
Pound cake recipes, okay.
This is your source for all the information, all the vital information. So, yeah, man. But before we get to that, I want to toss it over to my man, the man with the master plan, the guy with the big resume that I'm sure he's going to share with all of you right about now, my man, Eric the Smoke Moran.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, you know what? It has been a crazy month and everything else. Me personally, I was just coming back from LA, being in a film.
Ooh.
But while I was out there, I wanted to do something special for all of our fans that have been following us and everything else. So I did a pilgrimage to Intellivision Amico Studios.
Ooh, what?
I did behind the scenes by a special invite from the one and only Tommy Tallarico, and I was able to get some video footage of a hands-on interview with Tommy Tallarico, hands-on touching and be able to play Amico for the first time. And
Dude,
you guys exclusively will see it play out here tonight on Pass the Controller, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to be unlocking some major announcements and a whole bunch of other stuff, and be able to give you my input on what I thought about Amico and everything else that came along with it. And it's going to be a really fun-filled episode tonight on Pass the Controller.
Absolutely, dude. You're right, dude. And first of all, I'm jealous of you for going to California without me, without us. Civ, I mean, like, Civ, like, seriously, dude. Civ, like, yo, this makes no sense, dude. You know what I mean? He gonna leave us and go play the Amico, man, like, dog. Like, we wasn't really we want to play ourselves. But you know what, though? I'm glad you were over there. I'm glad you got the footage, and I can't wait to show you all what's good. Now, listen, this is the first time for me actually seeing this. So you're gonna get a pure reaction from me and the chat. Just join in with us, man, as we go ahead and look at what the Television Amico is all about, man. Again, shout out to Tommy Tallarico, man, for being in our guest in our studio last week, man. Dude was awesome. But let's get the show started, man. I've been babbling long enough, man. What have we been playing, Civ? What have you been playing, man?
All right. Well, I've been playing a lot. But as a retrospective to the gaming year 2020, which I think we all agree was kind of a crappy year for a lot of things, but it was a great year for gaming because we got such great games like The Last of Us 2, we got Ghost of Tsushima, we got Doom Eternal, we have Animal Crossing, all these great games. And I had to go back once they dropped the new PS5 version of this game right here. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I had to play back through the whole thing again and just absolutely loved it. Played it to death. I have probably close to about 100 hours into that game now, and I have not yet played the expansion DLC. I have not played the intermission with Yuffie. How do you pronounce her name?
Yuffie.
That's what I thought it was, Yuffie.
Hey,
I got yelled at once because, listen.
You said Yuffie, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No, I said Yuffie, and they were like, no, it's Yuffie. But then I'm also the guy that, I used to say, instead of Mako, I used to think it was Mako.
Mako, yeah.
Coming up. Well, because back in the day, there was you didn't really know, you just read it. There was nobody said the word in the game. So all this time, I thought it was Mako. So I messed up. Mako is a shark, but Mako is the Final Fantasy.
Worst pronunciation
I feel like this is a debate between Mako and Mako.
Yeah, but yeah, right. Okay, so he's talking about worst pronunciation ever. Wow. Eric the other day sent me a video, and it was a really good one, but it was this guy doing like this whole biography on Sagat, but he kept he mispronounced the name the whole time. He's like, Sagat. Sagat is a Thai fighter. He said Muay Thai fighter from Thailand, and Sagat. I'm like, stop calling him Sagat. You're killing me.
Bob Saget.
But anyway, okay, I want to talk about. I've talked about this game a little bit before, but you have to understand how much of a fanboy I am for Final Fantasy VII. I will absolutely cop to that. And this game is just pure fun from beginning to end. It's awesome. I mean, it trims the fat of the original story, and adds a lot of new stuff in there that's just absolutely amazing. It's just a lot of fun, very fast paced. The story's great. Every character's fully developed, like our girl Jessie here.
Oh yeah, dude.
Jessie is a scene stealer.
I'll tell you, man. I simp for Jessie any day. Cause forget Tifa. Jessie's my girl, man. I love Jessie, dude.
But everybody was really hard for Cloud, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. The thirst was real. But I just have to say, just the whole game, it's super, super fun. I'm still a Tifa fan. That's still my girl. But the whole game is just absolutely awesome. Somebody brought up a good point the other day. It was in one of these, I was in a chat room somewhere, and somebody said, it's a great game. I love it, but they shouldn't have called it remake. They should have called it retelling. And
good point.
They explained why, and I agree, because it really is. It's like a 1.5 remix of the original story. Because there are some things that they removed, but all the key elements are still in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the stuff that they added in to sort of beef up the story and beef up the gameplay, it's all like really super, super relevant. They were good choices. The directorial decisions on this game are amazing. I can't say enough for the soundtrack. This game, I'm serious when I say this, it really just might be.
Oh, yes, dude, you ain't lying, dude.
I think it might be the best video game soundtrack I've ever heard.
Facts.
I loved the original. Obviously, by legendary soundtrack, and the remake soundtrack is just insane. So, I mean, and Eric, you played this too, right?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So we've all played this through. I played it through on the hardest difficulty because I had to. Because in order to platinum the game on the PSN platform, you have to play it through as on the hardest difficulty to get one of the trophies. And I'm telling you, that is when the game feels the most alive. Because you really have to be a critical thinker about the battle system. You really have to be even though the game slows down when you're in the menus to decide your next move, you have to move fast.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to combo up a lot of stuff. You have to really think ahead. You're about your attacks and sequential actions, things like this, and what you're anticipating enemy counterattacks, all this kind of stuff. So it's super, super fun. I know I keep saying it, I don't know. I spaz out about this game. It's really
as you should be, yeah.
I can't wait for the next installment. I mean, you got to think that this game that I said I already put 100 hours into, it only really represents maybe the first 3 hours of the original game, because you're in Midgar and you leave. That's it. That was in the original game, that was only about the first 3 to 5 hours of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this could go on for a long time. We could get a lot of installments in this new franchise. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys played it too, because like I said about the year 2020, you look at the diversity of the really great games we got. I mean, Animal Crossing is one of the best games on Switch.
For sure.
Doom Eternal really grew on me over time. I was a little bit lukewarm on it at the beginning, but man, it really did grow on me. I mean, I still prefer the 2016 version, but Doom Eternal is very, very solid, and the DLC of Doom Eternal is really cool. and then of course, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. There was, I look back over like the last couple of years, and I've said this before, but like look at the games that made the cut for like Game of the Year. And It's a hard decision. Any one of those games was worthy of a win, honestly. And every time I keep replaying, I keep going.
Defending.
Ghost of Tsushima should win. And then I go and I replay Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm like, nah, this is the Game of the Year. And then I play Doom Eternal, and I'm like, nah, this is the game. So it's just there's so many good games to choose from last year.
Oh, for sure.
A lot more to come. A lot of good things on the horizon too. So yeah. So what do you got going on there, Smoke?
For me, because like I said, I have been ripping and running like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
One of the games I got a chance to play, in fact, this week, because I kind of took a time to decompress, was Hitman 3, because they had a price drop, and I've been playing the Hitman series since it was on PS4, and they had the gold edition, they had a special edition and all, so I've been playing Hitman 1 and 2, and then finally, when they finally released it for PS5 and they did a price drop, I was like, okay, I want to jump out the opportunity. So I've been playing Hitman 3 on PS5. Let me tell you right now, graphics are amazing on there.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay goes without saying. Stellar gameplay. It's everything that you could want in Hitman, but now it's on PS5. And of course, they have a lot of expansion packs. They're doing the 7 Deadly Sins right now, so I'm waiting for all the 7 Deadly Sins to come out so I can just get them all at one time. I always kind of wait for prices to drop a little bit, because it's all about saving money for me. Yeah, so I don't get it right when it comes out right away. But when it does come out, I get it when they have good deals going on and everything else. But so far, the storyline, graphics, it's continuation of where 1 and 2 left off.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I'm pulled in. And even after you're done the initial campaign, there's so much more to play, from getting assignments, going out and carrying on missions, the open world, and everything else. So, and the way that you do your assassinations, there's so many different options. You can carry out your assassinations on so many different levels in so many different ways. So every time you play it, it's always going to end up differently. I've had so much fun with this. So, like I said, again, the missions is the way you make them. So I highly recommend this game. If you haven't played Hitman 3, make sure you go back. Hitman was 1 and 2 right now. They should be in the PlayStation Store. They're probably really good price. I think they still have a really good deal going on with them. Some of the DLC or some of the prices might be even low, like maybe $10 for the first one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's very affordable right now. This is the chance to get the game leading up to the PlayStation 5 edition. Again, I highly recommend this game.
Oh, go ahead, Sid.
What I like the best is just how attractive that Agent 47 is. He everything about him. He just looks amazing.
You know what, Sid?
Kind of looks like somebody I know.
He looks so familiar to me. Like,
oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate you, Sid. You know what? The one thing about this game is that you definitely have to be patient, man. You know what I mean, to handle your assignments. And not a lot of people, especially in the gaming community, man, are a lot of us are like running gunners, but to have patience to kind of plot out and map out what you need to do to kind of make decisive, is that the right word, decisions, as far as how to execute your mission. Again, this is, I would say it's not for everybody, man, but this is a really great game. It's a really great concept. It's for sure. And of course, basically the saga, man. If you haven't tried the saga yet, man, you definitely have to.
And also, this is another game by Square Enix. So that's another thing that here we're just talking about Final Fantasy. Now we're talking about Hitman. Again, another game by Square Enix. So
there you go. For all of us Square Enix fan people, this is definitely the right one, man. You know what I mean? For sure. So I like this, man. I like this. This is definitely the game to get.
So Mark, what are you playing?
What am I playing? Well, you know what's so funny, man? I'll tell you one thing, man. So here's the thing. And I like to jump between modern and going back in the day. Now, Civ, actually, matter of fact, both of y'all are going to appreciate this, man. And so basically, I was like, for those that know me, for those that know my Twitch, man, I have a full schedule. I had to pick out one game. Now, one game that I kind of want to focus on that I really want to talk about, that I know y'all want to talk about, Lord have mercy, man, is this game right here. It is the lovable, the wonderful, the awesome, praise Kojima, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Now, Sons of Liberty, man, it's so much fun, dude. It's been so long since I played this game. I don't know how long since the last time I played Sons of Liberty. And matter of fact, Sons of Liberty to me is probably my all-time favorite Metal Gear. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, man. It's just the story got to me. Of course, the introduction of Raiden. You know what I mean? It's just our first full, in our sense, back in the day, was like an HD cinema. I guess a full cinematic with the mouth moving instead of being pixelated like how it was for the first Metal Gear Solid. You get to see like Snake's mouth move, his expression. You finally get to see some expression in characters and all that too. So it's like you see Snake, when he introduced himself as Iroquois Pliskin, you see his like sly, facial expression. Like, dude, this dude's trying to hide. It's so awesome, dude. You know what I mean? And just everything from the story. To me, the way I love this game is because of the story. It's because I side with Solidus, man. It's because I feel like Solidus is like Solidus to me is like for those that don't know, Solidus is the final boss that you face in Metal Gear Solid 2. Solidus is like what's the God? He's gonna kill me, man.
He's a sympathetic villain.
He's a sympathetic villain.
You kind of understand.
That's it. It's like comparing to you see, I'm gonna say Warmonger. There we go. Warmonger from Black Panther. Killmonger. But listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
That's like people that say Saget and nothing.
So dude, listen, I had to be careful. I was like, wait a minute, if I say the right thing. Anyway, dude. But listen. I feel like, you know what? When you kind of understand Solidus' purpose, it's like, you know what? I kind of feel for Solidus. And I don't want to spoil it. If you haven't played, Sons of Liberty, go ahead and definitely play it. It's really good. I mean, again, the cinematics is great. Look at that, man. This was top-notch cinematics back in the day, man. That's why I can't wait for the Metal Gear movie to come out.
Mark, I gotta ask you a question. So, I mean, and maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm gonna seem like a noob when I ask this, but maybe you'll agree. Has enough time passed since the last time you played it, where maybe you forget exactly how to do like certain little puzzles or certain like fight a guy, and it's kind of like refreshing because you sort of like re-experience the game for the first time?
Dude, cuz that was me when I first started. I was like, I forgot what this was. I was like, oh, I forgot the aspect. It was some aspects of the game that I, like I said, playing it right now. I'm playing it for, and I'm learning for the first time. I'm like, oh snap, okay, I did not know that. I had to, again, to like rewind everything and relearn everything. It's good. Like I said, this replay value is amazing here. Because again, you love the story, but again, there's some aspects of the story that you're gonna definitely miss for sure. That you have to, go back on. But this was great, dude. This was amazing.
Do you know how to upgrade Snake's grip gauge?
The pull-ups, right?
Pull-ups, yeah.
The pull-ups, yeah. Yep.
I thought that was so cool when I discovered that. I was like, are you serious? Like,
yeah. Yep. I was like, okay, so you go out to Dock A or and then like the bridges, the strut bridges, and just go ahead and just start doing pull-ups like for days, cause you do that for like 15 minutes, try to level up your grip. I forgot what the highest grip was, man.
Level 3, I think.
Is level 3?
But it just it increases your stamina for a period of time.
Right. Yeah,
you can hang on to things a lot longer. But yeah, I mean, it's so cool. There's so much like little hidden stuff in that game. It's so fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I'm telling you right now, that game to me is wonderful, dude. It's wonderful. Yeah. Like to revisit that game. For sure. So yeah, definitely.
Hey, that guy in that little Venmo ad you showed, he kind of looked like Warmonger, didn't he?
Hey, listen, he looked like Warmonger. Get out of here with that, man. It was a blank, and the chat is like going after me right now. It was a blank right now. I was like, what was the name again? I was like, crap. I was like, it's War
Street Crap.
Dude, yo, I listen. I know, man. I know. Listen. Michael B. Jordan. Don't tweet Michael B. Jordan and say I messed up on his character name, because listen, it's my fault, man. I was like, crap. Dude, I can't, man. I can't.
We've all messed up. I'm gonna tell you, man. We've all had our moments on this show. Let me tell you, but it's all part of the fun, man.
It is all part of the fun, for sure, man, for sure. So yeah, that was I'm gonna kill myself with that one, man. Everybody saying tweet Warmonger. Oh my God, tweet Michael B. Jordan right now. Anyway.
Hashtag Warmonger.
If Michael B. Jordan comes on, I'm gonna have him come on live right now with us.
Oh my God! Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
I would love to talk about. He's a video gamer.
He is a gamer. Yeah.
If anybody has his cell, like hit us up. We want to grab him, get him on our show here.
Dude, don't you wish? Cuz seriously, man,
if
like
you called him, if he was on our show right now and you called him Warmonger,
dog, I'll be like, I had to like to kind of chill real quick and to be like, okay, it's Killmonger. Okay, implant that in your head right now. It was on the vibe, dude. It was like on the spot. But anyway,
I can see him saying now, is he your gamer? Is he your gamer?
That's like
you were in that movie Black Tiger. When you was in Wackaconda, it was
Wackaconda.
Yeah, and you did that.
I can't, man. I can't.
You did the ooh, you know.
And oh my God, Luna Chibi Fox in the chat acting like Killmonger says, "Is this your gamer? Is this your gamer?" Dude, exactly. I can't, man. Anyway, I digress. That was what we've been playing. That was what we've been playing.
Mark.
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
Oh my God. I can't with y'all. Anyway, that was what we've been playing. I hope y'all go ahead, and if you haven't been playing any of our games, go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and definitely look at it, man. Like I said, we definitely recommend those games for sure. But yeah, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of the show. Listen, E3, real quick, before we get into like some quick highlights of E3, what do y'all, give me a quick, what do y'all feel, like your feelings about E3? You know, and chat, you as well too, man.
There was E3 was going on?
Dude.
I knew Tommy was going to be showing something, but...
Oh, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that, man.
E3 was going on?
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Of course, E3 was online for sure, and for E3 was online, yeah. So we couldn't get there because, of course, the pandemic. And for me, for those that know me, I've been to E3 for the past few years when it was live. And again, I love the showcase. I love the floor. You know, it's amazing. If you have never been to E3 as just a regular gamer, definitely go. I recommend it. I really recommend it. I know we want to try as a media to get in to actually, you know, be in those conferences, and I know we'll get there soon enough for sure. But as far as like the online segment goes, man, to me this didn't really feel E3. You know what I mean? This didn't really feel like it because you didn't get the whole crowd interaction, you know what I mean? Like the one guy that screamed all and cheered for everything because that was annoying. You know what I mean? Like last E3, it just didn't feel like it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, Sid, what do you think about E3, man?
Look, I understand that there's feelings that maybe it could have been better. I think that a lot of things have been heavily impacted, obviously, by COVID, by, you know, the fact that now we're relegated to do a lot of this stuff virtually. I mean, look at us, look at our show. I mean, you know, you look back and just over a year ago, we were all, you know, at our studio in Philadelphia, and we would do our show live from there. And we don't have that anymore, and that's okay. Everybody's kind of accepted that. That's fine. And there are certain pluses to that. There are certain minuses, pros and cons. Mm-hmm. I think that overall we've done the best we can, and I think that most people out there are trying to do the best they can. E3, I think they did the best they could, but the problem is when you don't have a physical presence, when you don't have a convention center with all your products lined up and spokespeople and, you know, the consumers in there and industry insiders and things, you lose a little bit of that, and it's hard to replicate that in a virtual sense. So yeah, I mean, I also think that it's led a lot of these companies to really hold back and say, hey, look, we have a lot to say. There's too much of what we have here to reveal just during, you know, a virtual E3, you know, broadcast during the few hours that we have. So, you know, they're going to hold back. They're going to hold their cards close to their chest and say, hey, look, we're going to reveal this stuff when we have to. Now, years ago, even before the COVID thing, I know Sony was taking some shrapnel because they basically said, hey, look, we're not going to attend E3. And everybody was like, what?
Best decision ever made, guys.
And it was the best decision because now in retrospect, you look and they are trendsetters. Yeah, it would be nice to still have them there and still do their state of play and all that stuff. But a lot of other companies follow suit. EA is another company who now we know that they want to do their own thing at their own time. If all E3 is going to be is a virtual platform, it's kind of senseless. I'm excited about seeing game previews too. Don't get me wrong, but we now have events that, they include a lot of this. Every video game award show has debuts of new games. PAX, that's another one. You're going to see games that are, previews and things like this. And, anybody can produce anything now and broadcast it in real time whenever they want. So I don't know, maybe the concept of E3 is a bit antiquated. I know some people were really bashing it this year. I didn't think it was horrible.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but you got to admit, man, like think about it, man. It's to the point where a lot of these companies are kind of like jumping ship. So the question is, for y'all, especially to the chat, is E3 on the verge of being extinct?
Yes. If it continues as it is, maybe. But, what they're going to end up doing is it'll just become a new thing. I mean, maybe they'll just do the virtual thing from now on in perpetuity. But if they reopen their doors and have another, physical event where people can go and cheer and do all that, and it's more hands-on and interactive. Listen, this is an interactive medium. These are games we're talking about. It defeats a lot of the purpose if you can't have people there, like gamers and media and reporters and people covering it to play things and experience them and give reactions in real time. We don't get that when you do it in this virtual format. I'm personally excited by some of what I saw, but it's like now it really is like watching one big long commercial. It always was a commercial, but now it's just much more obvious that is what this is. I was very excited. The two things I was most excited for, and I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked and excited to see a new Metroid 2D game come out. That Metroid Dread looks cool.
Oh, man.
I'm seriously stoked for
As a matter of fact, we have some actually good gameplay we got to look at for Metroid Dread. Tell us, listen, go back. Let's talk about Metroid Dread real quick, man, because first of all, man, that game is beautiful, dude. That trailer looked amazing, man. Like, seriously, And
it has a very Nintendo look to it, and I mean that in the best possible way. But I know initially what they wanted to do years ago is when rumors about this game came out, they wanted to make it a 3DS game. And of course, like a lot of us were like, hey, yeah, that's awesome. Make it a 3DS game. That's cool. And then, the rumors just subsided. You really didn't hear much more about it. And everybody assumed it was a dead project. And everybody was, frankly, a lot of Metroid fans were more excited for the possibilities of getting a fourth Metroid Prime game. And, okay, that's cool too. But then, this comes and you're like, okay, well, this is just really cool because a lot of purists, when it comes to franchise like myself, like I love seeing the 2D Metroid games. I think they're amazing. This one is no different. Like I'm super excited for it. It looks really cool. The new suit is badass.
Oh my God.
The new suit. What I don't love is that people are already scalping this game and the amiibos and all that stuff like crazy.
Already? God darn, dude.
Yeah, it's bad already.
Sheesh.
But this game looks cool. And back to the topic of E3, like I was really pleased that, Nintendo brought this out. The other thing I was really excited for, and I know Eric's going to talk about E3 and talk about the Amico, but I'll let him cover it. But I'm serious. I'm still excited for the Intellivision Amico. I thought that Tommy's, what Tommy said, his presentation was just spot on.
Yeah.
It was concise. We learned a lot of new information. We still don't know exactly when it's coming out, but it's looking closer and closer to that becoming a reality. And I know even, I guess we can break the news that, middle of next month, July 10th, we're going to have an appearance here locally in the Philadelphia Metro. We're going to be doing an Event for the Amico launch, which is super cool. So, look, I mean, we're not. Wait.
When's the date?
July 10th.
July 10th at where?
Saturday at the Crayola. I don't forget if it's called the Crayola Factory, Crayola Experience, or whatever. It's in Easton, Pennsylvania. We'll put more details up on the
exactly, chat. So if y'all in the tri-state area, in the Philadelphia area, make sure that you have July, right? July 10th.
Yeah, I always feel like I have to say this, and Eric can back this up and he can expand on this, but we're doing this thing with Tommy and for the Amico out of love for it. We're not sponsored by them. They're not sponsored by us. We're not getting. I wish we were getting like a free system or something. We're just doing this because we really believe in the project. It looks really cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So you know what? I'm gonna toss it over to my man Smoke. He can fill you in on all the cool details because he's got way more to say about it than I do. I think it's cool and I think it's worth a listen.
Okay. Well,
There you go. That's called a
well, no,
segue.
hey, listen, that's a good segue.
That's a segue, bro.
Exactly. Well, basically, I'm almost like a couple weeks ago, I went out to LA. I was out there doing a couple things, and one of the opportunities I had, Tommy, when Tommy was on the show, Tommy invited us. He said, "Hey, anytime we're down in the neck of the woods, hey, come on down to Intellivision, and hey, you'll give us a tour and everything else." And hey, I wanted to take him up on that. So when I had the opportunity to go out to LA, I was out there a couple weeks ago. I did just that. And check out the video footage that we were able to shoot and film out there. And
world premiere, right?
World premiere.
This is an exclusive premiere for all of you out there. This is the first time we're sharing this and airing this to the public. So you guys will get a chance to see it for the first time ever. And I'll let Mark air it right now. Take it away, Mark.
Let's do it, man. So, guys, again, let's take a look at the sneak peek of the Amico, man. Let's do this thing.
All right, guys, this is the smoke from Pass the Controller. We're here at the secret lair for Intellivision.
Oh, wait, before that. There we go. Okay, so we got this. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's do this thing.
All right, guys, this is the smoke from Pass the Controller. We're here at the secret lair for Intellivision. We're going to check out the newest console that Tommy Tellerico's got brewing up in his laboratory. So let's check it out. We are inside the crazy mad laboratory of Tommy Tellerico at Intellivision, and we are about to try Intellivision Amico.
You're one of the first people to ever try out Amico outside of our company. All right, we are here playing Astro Smash with my boy Smoke. Now Smoke, very simple. You just press left and right.
Right.
Okay. And then this to fire. Right shoulder button to fire.
Okay.
You pick. See how it's asking you to pick your ship. And the great thing, up to 4 players, and we can be in level 15. And somebody can come in and they pick up a controller and they can join our game automatically. The only other thing I'll tell you is when you touch the screen, whatever direction you're pointing, it'll hyperspace you over. Okay. And it has to build up after like about 5 seconds to hyperspace again. So that's another one. And when you hyperspace, it takes out everything in your path. You want to look out for bonuses and power-ups. If I get a shield, I can protect you with my shield if you get underneath me. You ready to rock?
Yep.
Here we go. I'm going to pick this guy here.
And I picked. So you got that one, and I got this one.
I got the red one, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Okay, and remember, you don't have to try to hit every rock. Sometimes it's best to just avoid stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You got the firepower, you don't need the shield. Oh, watch out! Oh, damn it. There you go, get that double. That's all you, that's all you. There you go. Got a double over here. Level 2, you ready for level 2?
Oh, yeah.
Good, right? Guy who's playing for the first time. Oh, you blew yourself up.
I got too excited.
Nah, see, after I was just talking you up, you wanted to blow yourself up. But yeah, that's the great thing about Amico. He's playing for the first time and he's already scoring big. Come on now. Bring it home. Bring it back. That'll be good for 500? 200. Oh, okay. So there you go. That's a little bit of Evel Knievel for you. Multiplayer. Co-op. So we're playing Finnegan Fox right here. And so this is really cool. You can do multiplayer mode, but we're going to start. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to start on level 1 here. And continue the game. And what's really cool is, you know, let me see. I'll start on level 1 here. But so look at you see the screen here. So where do you think the jump button is? It's right here. Because he's jumping, right? So you can see there, so you can do double jump, and then you got fire up here. And I'm just gonna pass all this stuff here, and then you can do all sorts of different jump moves here. Come on, get up there. Now the cool thing about Finnegan Fox is, see, I have to be able to get through the water. So I can hit the button and I change the seasons. See, so now you can go across the ice and get there. Pretty cool, right? And then I can change it back. And because I've already beat this level, I can actually change my weapons up there. And now I get a triple weapon as well, too. Heart. There. Now I get that with the arrow, and I get the special thing up here. I already got the bonus up there. I'm kind of cheating. I've already beat this level, so I'm just going through it for you. But pretty cool, like a really kind of cartoon style. Up there's the water again, so I'm going to hit. Cross the water here, take it off, and get these guys. Now see, there's another thing, I got the bees. How do you get by the bees? Well, bees don't like winter, so we're gonna just pass right by there. Frog. There's a checkpoint. And I can either hit this here. And these are all still in development as well. Like these aren't even final graphics yet. Still got some graphic work going on. Ooh. There you go, Finnegan Fox. Only on Amico.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was beautiful, man. That was beautiful, dude. Like seriously, just looking at that, cause the gameplay, Finnegan Fox, man, and the rest of the gameplay. First of all, Smoke, since you was there, man, like how did it feel, man? Like as far as the controller, the gameplay.
Let me tell you right now. Once Tommy showed the initial instruction and he gave instruction on how to play it, it was so simple. I mean, it was like using your cell phone, and basically just controlling it like using a cell phone. It was that simple. Like basically he made it so easy where if you're a novice game player, like, you know, you only played once in a blue moon, or you used to play back in the day, growing up and all, it's for those kind of people that don't often play video games. They can play with their grandkids or family members, like the Wii used to do when they used to have the Wii and everything else. It's for all family members. Or if you can have like regular gamers that can play it also. But it's so much fun. If you have, let's say you have an Amico and I have a whole bunch of games on one controller like this, and I have like maybe 20 games on here, I can go to your Amico console and install my games onto your console and play the games from your console, all my 20 games onto your console, and we could play together and everything else. It's that, I mean, from the graphics to the gameplay we got a chance to see a lot of the games before the public. Tommy even shared games that I'm not even allowed to talk about yet.
Dude.
I got a chance to see a full screen of stuff. Like we filmed. And shout out to my boy Carlos, who you saw in the video, who filmed a good portion of it. We filmed 45 minutes, and I condensed it down to 6 minutes.
Dude.
But it was because there was a lot of footage I couldn't show. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Tommy is putting so much time and effort. Him and his crew are putting a lot of work and love into this. Tommy, him being a gamer himself, person who's had years of experience working in front and behind the gaming world, he knows what it takes to make a gaming system work. And he showed us, he gave us a tour throughout the company, showing us every little piece from the outside on how the machine is going to look, how the console is going to look, from the interior of it, making sure every piece and how it's functioning, how the pieces are, and making sure that if something goes wrong with the piece, and how to make it work right. He is really taking a lot of time and love into this just to make sure that the consumer, all you guys out there, are going to really enjoy it. It's not just someone that's just looking to make a quick buck. He's looking for it to make everyone enjoy something simple, something that you can enjoy, and for the family can sit down and really have a lot of fun. Remember, he's also doing it where you can have own physical and digital. So if you're a fan of digital, you have the option of having digital. If you're a fan like myself who loves physical, you'll be able to have a physical copy.
So where do the physical games go? Do they install into the controller also? Like how does it work? They do.
Yes.
Thank you. I was wondering about that. Okay.
Yeah, and he's making it affordable. I mean, Tommy was cool enough to show us the E3 presentation before the public, so we were able to see it while we were there at Intellivision. And again, we got a chance to play Evel Knievel, and like a lot of these games, Tommy is developing a lot of these games himself. Finnegan Fox, like you guys got a chance to see, he got a chance to let us see it, and the graphics aren't even finalized yet. There were a lot more games that we got a chance to play, and I'm telling you, and he's also bringing back some of the original classic Intellivision games, but more updated graphics and all. I think that's what really caught my eye. Like I told Tommy, when I was playing it, my first thing was, the thing that caught my eye was the graphics. And it wasn't over the top, but it was just enough where it grabbed me. Visually, it grabbed me, where I was just like, wow. I was really impressed by the visual. The controller, the Amico controller, the visual and the controller itself is so simple and easy. They're light, they're not heavy, so it's not like you're going to be tired after controlling it. If you need to make an extra controller, you can download. There's an app where you can download and you can make your own cell phone and an Amico controller. So, like I said again, it's real simple. Once you get the hang of it and you start getting the gist of it, you'll be playing the games in your sleep. That's how simple it is. And there's going to be a variety of different games that are going to be coming to Amico. So again, and I mean, I saw a large library of the games that are coming. Oh my gosh, man, there's so many games that are going to be coming. You guys are going to be in store for a major treat. Like I said, the system is going to be coming out. He said, they're in the works on that due to parts and everything, because of everything that's going on with the pandemic and all. That's what's slowing down productivity, because of parts and everything. But once that ball rolls, they're going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out like crazy. But personally, Tommy is really putting a lot of love into this. Him and his crew are working really hard to make sure that the public really gets a top-notch, system. And they are realistic. They're not trying to compete with PlayStation or anything. They're just trying to put out a good system that families, not just a gamer, but families can enjoy. And I think you can't even be more blunt than that. I mean, he's not trying to, hey, my thing is the next big thing. No, he's trying to do it where you can sit down and say, hey, I'm going to take my nephew and my niece and play them, and not take the time to say, I got to spend 2 hours to explain how to play this game. No, it only takes you 5 to 10 minutes or less to explain how to play a simple game, from asteroids to I mean, anything kid friendly. Most of this is family friendly games. So it's not over the top. You don't have to worry about over the top violence or anything like that. Even though I'm a fan of that too, but I love simple games I can play with family members and all that without having to worry about, oh, it's too much. It's too. And I know, Mark, you're a little bit, I know when it comes to you, you're a little bit chicken-hearted when it comes to
horror games. To horror games, yeah.
Yeah, so, this is right up your alley, Mark. So,
I love to take that as a slide, or is it?
But this is up your alley. I think you can handle. I think you can handle Amico.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely up your alley. For me and Civ, we love systems like this because it takes us back to simpler times. Even though we love the games of now, but I love game systems like this because it takes you more back to a simpler time when things used to be just easy. Again, where you could just play games and just have fun. Again, it's just a lot of fun. I highly recommend check out Amico and Television Amico. Go to their website, check out the system, see all the stuff that Tommy has put a lot of work into. And like I said, next month on January 10th.
July 10th.
Was that?
July 10th.
July 10th. Sorry, not January. July 10th. We're going to be at Crayola. We're going to be coming out with more information on what's going to be behind that. Mark's going to put out one of his hooked up promo videos about what we're going to be doing with Tommy. You're going to be seeing some behind the scenes videos with the three of us there. We're going to be probably doing some interviews with Tommy and some more hands-on. So you'll be able to not only get my input some more, but you'll be able to get Mark's and Civ's input because they're going to probably finally be able to get their hands on Miko as well. So again, and we're doing this for the love, everyone. You got to understand, like Civ said, we're not doing this to make money, even though it would be nice, but we're not doing it to make money. We're doing this because we have a love for games. That's the whole premise of Pass the Controller. We're doing this because we have a love for video games. We're not doing it for Flash and all this stuff. We're doing it because we had the concept of a love for video games.
I'm doing it for Flash. Doing it
for a guy like myself who's older than both these guys together, I've been doing it for the love. My love for video games has been so for many years. So again, we're doing it for the love of video games. This is why we love to share our input and our take of what we feel. And Tommy is right there, up there with us. And what he's doing, we think is amazing. The fact that I was able to be honored to be able to go down there, being one of the first people to hands-on and be able to play this system was an honor. And so, again, guys, I can't speak on it enough. Again, what do you guys think watching the video? Mark, what do you guys think?
First of all, I loved it, man. I loved it. Again, just with I know a lot of people was talking about even the music, the soundtracks of the game. I know Tommy had to put his hands in the music. The whole thing, man, it sounds real crisp. The graphics, man, for these updated games, man, you know what I mean, that we used to love. So it's okay, you know what? I'm all for it. You know, I never owned a television. You know, I played, I think of the old style in television, I believe, but I've never owned one. But just owning one right now, for me, I'm 100% for it. You know, just because it's I'm not going to say hey, this is great. You know, not just to support Tommy, but this is something that's for me. You know, as far as just educating myself in what the past games that I grew up or that were before my time. You know what I mean? And I know for a lot of gamers, I'm looking at a lot of gamers on Facebook as well as Twitch and YouTube and saying what is in television, man? This is before their time, And this is a great moment to really say that, yeah, this was definitely before your time. Yeah, this is definitely something to pick up, man, to actually, to learn about some of the past games that what once was, And again, this is a really opportunity to, just be, just to have something for, your family, your friends, you know what I mean? This is a lot of these games right now, you can actually include these, they're party games, really, And so this is aspect of fun. This is for the casual gamers. This is for the family gamers as well too, man. And I like when Tommy, real quick, did said in his E3 presentation that of course he's not looking to compete with Nintendo, with Microsoft, with PlayStation. He's not looking to do that. He wants the aspect of getting it in people's hands so that they can pretty much again, just have fun, come together, have fun, you know. And Tommy did a great job with his easy presentation, man. Like, seriously. And so I look at it like, you know what? This is something I could buy for myself, that I can buy for my dad will love this, because my dad loves playing games besides, you know, like playing Madden on the Xbox. And I know he will enjoy playing with the Intellivision. I know he's going to talk my ear off. I can hear it now, you know, because back in the day, like he said, I can hear that now already. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's going to connect me, my dad, my brother, my mom, my sister together, you know, as gamers, as a gaming family. And so this is definitely going to be a really good treat for people in the gaming community. Now, one more thing as well, too, because a lot of people in the chat are asking about the affordability. Now, again, go ahead and reserve the Amico, Intellivision.com. Intellivision.com, that's where you get it from. The Amico system with 2 controllers and 6 installed games. This is from the Intellivision website. 2 controllers and 6 installed games will retail for around $249 at launch. All additional games will be priced between $2.99 and $9.99. Through our free Android and iOS apps, mobile devices can be connected to Amico for up to 8 total players. So it's not just, there's certain games that, you know, could be up to 8 players. Oh, dude, you talk about some party games, I can already look it now, man. It's gonna be a lot of drinking games and all that too, man. You know, party games, a lot of crazy. It's gonna be like Monopoly night, man. For real, dude. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. So I'm definitely hands down well, sure I pre-order, but I'm definitely hands down excited for this one, man. Civ, I'm done. Civ, what you got, man?
I can't take it anymore. We got to talk about the elephant in the room, the big breaking story, the big word on the street, man.
Oh,
We got to talk about Dead Space, baby. Dead Space. I love the Amico, right? But I can't contain myself anymore, and I know we only have 40 minutes left, so I gotta start talking about Dead Space, because I've been, you know, that's one of my favorite franchises. So
absolutely. So
big rumor right now is that there might be a new Dead Space game in our near future. It might be a reimagining. It may be a reboot. It might be something like that.
Right.
But I don't care what it is, as long as it's Dead Space, because I will play me some Dead Space.
Now to piggyback off of you, Civ. Now I got the article from Tech Radar as well too, from Axel Metz. New Dead Space games reportedly a reimagining of the originals. It says right here, Reed recently reported on rumors hinting at a return for the Dead Space series, likely on PS5 and Xbox Series X. And since then, more details have emerged in new reports. A next-gen entry in the sci-fi survival franchise will be a reimagining of the original Dead Space games rather than a direct sequel, with developer EA planning to officially reveal the new title during EA Play Live on July 22nd. Mark your calendars down. The new follows earlier hints at the game's existence of course, Jeff Grubb, who I know Jeff Grubb from other podcasts and all that, real respected dude, who claimed on Outlet official podcast that EA Motive Studios, the studio behind Star Wars Squadrons, is currently at work on a dormant EA IP. So basically, real quick, it says right here, if true, a new Dead Space game will mark the first since the series' third outing in 2013, following the release of Dead Space 3. EA shut down Visceral Studios, the original developer behind the franchise, in 2017. This is going to be crazy, man. First of all, dude, Civ, you are a bigger Dead Space fanatic probably than all of us, man, you know. With this rumor, you know, and of course, we're looking at it, we're going to hopefully on July 22nd during EA Play Live that they do give some hints to it. They probably will. They most likely will. Again, Civ, where's your hype level at, man? Are you hyped?
So it's super high. The only thing that I have to say that's a little bit apprehensive is that I know that the core team that worked on the Dead Space games is now working on Callisto Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm fine with that too. I'm jazzed for that just about as much as I am for Dead Space, because you know, they just do amazing work. That's sort of like your disbanded Visceral Studios people that were left over, and I know the lead director on Dead Space, he's now working on Callisto Protocol, which looks awesome. But listen, I mean, yeah, you can't get much more hyped about Dead Space than me. I love those games. I love them all. I know some people are kind of like, we always talk about, everybody's like, oh, they were really great, except for the third one. Third one wasn't good. The third one was fine. To
each his own, yeah.
Sometimes things just get fun to hate on, and they didn't like it because it wasn't like 1 and 2. It took some different direction. But I always equate it like this. I always equate And some people, I don't care. Chat's gonna blow up when I say this, but whatever. But this is really how I feel. I look back at like the Alien franchise,
Mm-hmm.
the movies, Sigourney Weaver, and I look at Dead Space 1 and 2, kind of like the original Alien movie, the one movie, and then Aliens, the second movie in the franchise. That one is a little more like Dead Space 3 because it's more action oriented. It's a co-op game. It takes place in a totally different environment. So I mean it in a good way. I just think it took a direction where a lot of people just kind of maybe didn't give it the chance it deserved, but it's still a fine game. I love it. I played the hell out of number 3. I played the little spin-off games. They're so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see I would like to see a sequel, but because they left it hanging. The story at the end of 3 is kind of like, oh my God, big cliffhanger. And
right.
Nothing. EA does that. EA does that with their games. Sometimes they'll have a really great idea for a game. They'll bring us to the end. They'll have a big cliffhanger and never follow up with a sequel. Kind of like, Bulletstorm. Anyway. But yes, Dead Space, any kind of Dead Space game we get, I'm on board with it. It's fine. I think that true fans need to get out and pre-order it. I'm sorry. The big reason why they slept on that franchise is because they claimed that sales for the third entry didn't hit where they wanted it. Now, it made money. It made a lot of money, but it fell short of its projection. And therefore, EA, who, they're real big on their other IPs, they decided to go a different route, and they just basically dismantled Visceral Studios, which I thought was a shame. We lost a good studio over that. But those guys are still around. They're pumping out good games. Callisto Protocol still looks amazing. That's really cool. But fans of Dead Space, if you're really excited for this thing, you're going to have to go out and support it this time. You're going to have to go out. You're going to probably want to pre-order it. I'm just saying. I sound like a shill for these things, but look, you're going to have to start. If you really love a franchise, you're going to have to start supporting it. I know that kind of sucks to hear because everybody's about saving money. You want to buy things when they're on clearance. I know recently, who was it? Who was the game developer who said, if you really love a game, you need to buy it at full price? And he got attacked.
Yeah, he died. Forgot. Yeah.
Who was that? It's bothering me. I'm not saying you should do it for every game, because not every game deserves that.
Right.
But look, if you're a fan of Zelda games, what do Zelda fans do? Why do you think that Zelda does as well as it does? It has fan support like no other franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Mario games and Sonic games, they do so well? Call of Duty. These are games that, like, the true fans of those series, they'll go out and they'll be like, look, I don't do this for every game, but I'm going to support this game day one. I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy it. So all I'm saying is that knowing how EA is, you might want to consider day one, go out, buy the game, pump it up, blow it up, make sure this franchise sticks around. It's a worthy one, and it's a shame that it's taken so long to get a new one. We didn't see any Dead Space games in the last generation of consoles. It totally skipped a console generation, and the more times that happens, the less likely you are to see a follow-up. So support the games you love. Not saying you should always go out and pre-order every single game. I'm not that guy. Don't do that. But, do the games that you really think that are worthy of making a comeback, and the ones you think should stay around.
Oh, facts for sure. Facts, definitely facts, man.
That's my soapbox.
Definitely facts, man. Our next story is definitely up both your alleys as well, too, for all of us, man. Actually, man. This is from GameRant.com. New Ghost of Tsushima game, Ghost of Ikishima, leaked. Now, this is first of all, when I heard about this, I was like, okay, dude, I cannot wait for this, man. This is from Dalton Cooper. It says, one of the 2020's biggest games was a PlayStation 4 exclusive Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch, an open-world samurai game. Ghost of Tsushima earned mostly positive reviews at the time of its release and managed to continue its momentum with a multiplayer expansion that was released sometime after launch. Now, it seems that Ghost of Tsushima's fans may have even more content to look forward to, as a project called Ghost of Ikishima has leaked online. Ghost of Ikishima is reportedly a standalone expansion for Ghost of Tsushima, likely in a similar vein to how Spider-Man Miles Morales to Marvel Spider-Man was, with a planned 2021 release date. Ghost of Ikishima was pretty much outed by Strapple Nick, an insider who was mostly known for leaking Xbox news. Fans should take this with a grain of salt for now, But another known insider is that there's another person that also chimed in that the leak of the leak of Ghost of Tsushima follow-up. Guys, I don't know, Smoke, what do you feel about this leak of Ghost of Ikishima, man?
When it comes to leaks, like you said, take it with a grain of salt. I don't believe it until I see it. I've seen too many games. I've seen too much. I look at the whole thing with Kojima and everything else. And my thing is, again, I'll believe it when I see it. I like the idea of a DLC, but sometimes, you know, we live our lives off of clicks and likes and subscribes and everything. So I will wait until I see something comes up next month for PlayStation Live or so, and then once I see the presentation, then look, after Cyberpunk, I learned my lesson after getting burned on Cyberpunk. But I also know, as someone who hyped up everyone on Ghost of Tsushima and told everyone told everyone about it, and everybody kind of slept on me until they got a chance to finally have the game and all. So I'm not saying that it's not you know, hard to believe, because, you know, again, it was a sleeper hit, as I told everyone. But I also I'm weighing on the side of caution, because, like I said, after Cyberpunk burnt me and they were hyping us up and everything else, it was the worst burn I could have gotten in 2020 last year.
I'm so glad I waited.
You know, that was the worst burn of all. And ever since then, I've been skeptical, even with the news of Dead Space. And I'm going back on that because I wanted Civ to talk on that. I myself personally, I love Dead Space. I was a Dead Space fan. I wasn't a hardcore fan of the third one. I thought the concept was great. I just thought it came at the wrong era. I wish it could have came out now, because we have the technology now where it's, you know, you had more of a technology where it was more accessible, where people could play more co-op, where back then it was still trying to find itself. So, you know, it's sad, because I think if you had came out with Dead Space 3 now, during, you know, now where you had like the graphics and everything, and not just the graphics, but just the technology, I think it would have been a more of a bigger hit. But back then people were a little bit more fickle and everything else, where it was just like and people were not used to things changing up. You know, look at Resident Evil 7. We're so used to playing Resident Evil 8. We were so used to playing the Resident Evil games in third person that we switched it up to a first person. Even though I love third person view, Resident Evil 8 we played in first person view with a different perspective, and yet it became one of the hottest games so far this year. So again, it's nice to change it up, but now we're in a position where technology can change up. I personally think that Crystal Protocol is going to end up being Dead Space. I got a feeling that we're going to get a big surprise that really.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Stop. Are you saying to me that you think that Callisto Protocol was just basically like a cover story for a Dead Space game?
Yes, it is.
That's
a bold move.
Prediction.
That is definitely. I like that.
You know, I would love to see it. If that's the case, if you called it, you would officially be the first person to because I wasn't going there with what I was thinking. I didn't think that way. But I really think that it's going to be the new Dead Space.
They're
going to call it. So are they going to call it like Dead Space Callisto Protocol?
Probably. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yep. Because it's too many. Think about it. It's taking place on a cold planet, same like Dead Space. The last game took place on a cold planet.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many variables that's too similar, or like you said earlier, Civ, it may be a soft reboot. We don't know, but to me, I'm sitting there and I'm like, it reminds me too much of Dead Space, and I want it to be a new Dead Space version of the game. And wouldn't it be a trip that they do a Kojima on us? Not saying it's going to be by Kojima, but they pull a Kojima on us and say, guess what, everybody? That's your new Dead Space. We just been telling y'all.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. If your prediction is right, you just made the biggest prediction of this year. Like that is a Kojima level move. That really would be. If they came and see, EA is not known for that kind of stuff. So if they were to do that, that would blindside everybody. I'm mad at myself for not thinking that. Like, wow, that actually would be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any kind of
And
insight.
it'd be a great way for EA to make a comeback. They already did it.
It would.
They already did a good job with bringing back the Star Wars franchise with what you call it, the
Squadrons.
the last not the last
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Right.
And so they're already working on a sequel. So they surprised everyone with Fallen Order. So why not surprise everyone and say, guess what, everyone? This is because they've been really lately hyping up on the idea that EA has dropped the ball on a lot of good franchises. Why are they spending all this time talking about it unless they were building on the idea that, hey, EA is going to try to make a comeback by putting out because EA's got a major presentation coming out very soon. And they're talking about this big Star Wars thing, but they might not put out something new. So I got a feeling. I'm just saying it may not happen. I'm just saying that I would not be surprised if this is going to be the new Dead Space 3.
I mean, we're already
Dead
at the
Space.
middle. We're in the middle of this year so far, and we've seen a lot of previews for games that potentially look good. But in my opinion, at this point, I don't see anything that's going to top last year. Like the games that are coming out so far this year, I feel like we're due for a hit, but we haven't seen it yet. Like everything I saw during E3, I mean, like some of that stuff looked impressive. I mean, you know, there's a new Forza game, there's a new Halo game, there's new Breath of the Wild 2. You have some stuff. I thought Nintendo's presentation was really solid, but there are notable absences that we didn't notice before. And one of the things you just brought up, to support your theory, Smoke, Callisto Protocol was not at E3. I don't think, unless you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see any news from that, and they've been kind of quiet. Like I follow them on Facebook and all, and every once in a while you'll get something from them, but it seems very hush-hush. Like at this point, if they were close to, you know, any kind of even like an alpha release in their production schedule, you know, you kind of start to see more screenshots. You would see maybe some test footage, you know, some motion capture stuff or what. You don't really hear a whole lot, so that could be really good. I don't think it's a bad sign. I just think that there's a lot they need to say and a lot they need to show.
I do know that 2022 next year is going to be a big year for gaming because they got a lot of games coming out for 2022 and 2023. Also, the WB Montreal did confirm that they are working on a new open world Superman game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The people who designed the Gotham Knights game, they are working on an open world Superman game. After they're right now in the early stages of it. So
I am not hyped, dude. I'm not hyped. That does not move me. That does not move me at all.
I am just going to keep my fingers crossed.
That does not move me at all. I don't know why it does.
DC fan, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay.
I have to tell you, I think that like the superhero genre is so hit or miss right now. Like you look at like NetherRealm with doing the Injustice games, they are perfect. You look at what was the other example? I had another example. You look at like the Batman Arkham games, they're amazing. But then on the flip side of the coin, you have really good studios like Square Enix that basically bombed on the Marvel IP. And there's nothing they can do to recover it. That window of opportunity.
But
no buts. No, there's no buts.
But we gonna talk about one banger that they may come out with later on, man. We gonna talk about one banger, maybe.
What, are they gonna make a Warmonger game?
Man, get out of here with that. We will talk about one banger shortly. Before we get to more E3 goodness, for sure, our final story before we get to E3 is, of course, Sonic celebrating its 30th anniversary. Dude, first of all, listen, hey, I'm as a Sonic fan, you know, happy Sonic turned 30 for sure. Born June 23rd, 1991, man. Coming out of the gate as being probably the most iconic franchise ever. Listen, I'm so happy, man.
Oh, wait, okay. It's pretty iconic.
Listen, I don't care. I'm just happy about that. I'm happy about that.
No, listen, credit where credit's due. You know, look, I joke around with you about the Sonic thing, but look, I mean, I don't think at the time people really thought that it was going to blow up as big as it did.
Yeah.
I knew that the game initially was getting super great reviews. Every magazine you saw back in the day, they're like, yo, this really is the real deal. This is an amazing game.
Also,
when it did drop, it was amazing. And You know, I'm happy that Sonic and I'm glad that Sega got that win because they needed it.
Yeah.
They needed something to cement their legacy, and Sonic definitely does
And
that.
think about it too, man. If you think about it, because we're going to actually show some gameplay for this upcoming new Sonic game that's coming out as well. Think about it. What franchise has ever done besides it's pretty much done like a triple crown, most likely with video games, with the music, with movies, with the television, with the orchestra. You know what I mean? Like everything that's involved. I don't think any other video game franchise.
There's only one I can think of, maybe two, and that would be Mario and Zelda. Possibly also Pac-Man.
Probably also Pac-Man. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I mean, it had a TV series. It had, there's, Namco.
They had the cartoons, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the music is kind of renowned, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Mario would be the other one that would be the close second, but I think Zelda would be a number 3 slot.
Yeah. It's just
it's rare.
It's
very
just
rare.
It's just amazing. So of course, just to follow up on the 30th anniversary, for those that checked out the conference as well too, Sonic Connect. Basically, they showed a lot of good stuff, man. They showed some merchandise that's coming out. Of course, I got to get some jewelry. You know what I mean? They got a Knuckles jewelry as well too. I got to grab that. I already pre-ordered, so I can't wait for it to come here. But the most thing, probably the most important thing besides their new game, Sonic Rangers, is matter of fact the release of Sonic Colors Ultimate. Now the thing is about Sonic Colors Ultimate, man, is that for those that know, Sonic Colors was probably so much of a fun game that I feel that, dude, I cannot wait for this to come out for sure. You know what I mean? So this was, to me, this is probably the Wii's bread and butter, right here. And they did a great job, man. Probably, besides the classic Sonic games, with their modern Sonic games, it's probably the best modern Sonic game that they've had. You know what I mean? Besides like Sonic Generation. But if you call Sonic Generation it's a modern retro quasi kind of, combination. Sonic Colors was amazing, dude. I loved it, man. So for that, they gave us a little bit of course, like I said, they gave us a little bit of gameplay at E3, which was great, So I was like, okay, get our mouths watering for sure, for those that are pure Sonic fans. But again, with the brand new Sonic game that's coming out, and I wish they had a little bit of gameplay. Man, I would love to show it, man. But if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go and see it for sure. If you haven't played Sonic Colors, wait for the Ultimate Edition. Seriously. So this is definitely going to be something that we all can look forward to for sure. So that's pretty much my hype, because I listen. I love this, man. I love this. I cannot wait for it. So call as you will. You got to get this game. You got to get this game if you are a pure Sonic fan. So yeah, that's me, man. But that was pretty much something that they shown in E3. But really, real quick, we're actually going to recap some highlights as far as what, a lot of conferences shown at E3. Let me ask you guys something real quick, right? Let me get you guys' opinion. So just doing a few conferences, right? Let's go somewhat in order of the more important conferences. And actually, all the conferences are important, but really the most important conference that everybody pretty much had their eye on, right? Look at Ubisoft, okay? So Ubisoft, I feel like one of their highlights that they shown really to me, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it, is the new Avatar game. I don't know how you feel about the new Avatar game that's coming out, man. Of course, pretty much licensed by the movie as well. You get to definitely play as, what was the guy's name from the movie? What was his name? Civ. Well,
okay, you're already touching you don't mean to be doing this. You're kind of like you're alluding to something that I think is a point for why I think this game may not do well.
Okay.
Avatar is not a memorable movie.
Really?
It's not memorable. Okay, quote something from Avatar.
I see you. All right, next question.
What's the most? No, this is not just my opinion.
I feel you.
Avatar was a fine movie. Okay, I liked it. I own it on Blu-ray for some reason, but I have never given it a second watch.
I liked it, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but I'm gonna tell you, like, for me, it was kind of like a one watch movie. Like, I got it, and I can't believe that they're doing this movie so far after the movie came out.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Topical. Like, I know that everybody says that there's going to be more Avatar movies, but that's kind of up in the air right now. Like, I don't. Is that even for sure? Like, every once in a while you hear like James Cameron is doing it, but then you don't see any progress.
Yeah, they're almost done. I think the movie's coming out next year.
Yes.
The second one is coming out next year.
All right, well, I mean, if they release this game in tandem with the movie, it's fine. But I just have to tell you, like, I'm sorry, and I sometimes get like hate for saying this, but like, Avatar was really just really okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Liked it. It did great in the box office. I mean, you know, the movie, the plot itself was just Dances with Wolves in outer space.
I'm mad you said Dances with Wolves, man. Get me. We're gonna get Civ out of here. But so stop feeling.
No, it is.
I feel you.
It's the exact same plot. It's the same plot, just like the first Fast and the Furious movie was Point Break. It's the same story. Look, I mean, we talk about you talk about the term reskin. In the video game world, we talk about reskinning things, like making the same thing and updating it. We reskin plots to movies. We reskin elements of games. I just don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Do I want to play an Avatar video game? I don't care. It may be great. Look, I'm not bashing because I haven't played it, but I see Avatar. I see that come up. There's not anything that I'm sitting here going, oh man, an Avatar video game? What? I mean, what would even be I don't know. No, and it's open world. Is it an open world game? Was it gonna be like Monster Hunter?
I'm hoping, dude. I'm hoping. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Anyway.
I don't know. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't.
Hey, Civ. I see you.
What's wrong with it? I gotta be honest.
I see you.
So, put this to the chat because I know Eric's gonna chime in too. But ask the chat. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit. But is anyone excited? Like, are people clamoring for an Avatar game?
For me, it's a cash and grab. I like the movie, like Civ. I like the movie. I was a fan of the movie, but for me, it's a cash and grab. I don't see. It's not like Star Wars. It's not like Aliens. It's not like even Predator, where it was so memorable that you had. I mean, I went to Disney World, and I mean, again, there were elements because it's James Cameron's attached to it, Spielberg and whoever else is attached to it. I think it's great, but to me, first off, let's be real. The movie came out years ago. This would have been great if the game came out during the time when the movie came out, or even a year after the movie came out. But now you waited years later. And yeah, even though the sequel is coming out next year, you're going to put out this game and you got to get people familiarized. A lot of people forgot about this movie, and it wasn't so much that the movie was bad, but it wasn't so memorable enough where, you know, right now you've got superheroes on everyone's mind. So people are going to remember Avengers. People are going to remember Justice League, for better or for worse. People are going to remember, people got more superheroes on the mind than they do Avatar. Movies like Star Wars, Star Trek are iconic. So people, of course, are going to remember those movies. But when you're or Back to the Future or stuff like that. But when you're talking about Avatar, like, and there's a good point. Brian made a good point. Other than I See You, you're really not going to quote any movie lines from this movie.
Do you know how long ago, without Googling it, do you guys know how long ago Avatar came out?
I say around 2000, maybe around 2012.
Yeah, at least about a decade.
Yeah. 2009.
Yeah, more than a decade.
That movie came out 12 years ago. Now, I'm going to tell you something. What I noticed about people when that movie came out, there were two types of people. Some people went and saw that movie 50 times by themselves, and they wowed out about it, and they were like in depression when that movie like left theaters, and they were like, "This is the most beautiful thing I ever saw." And then there were people that were like me, that were like, "Yeah, it was a pretty good movie." And I noticed that there was a commonality between the two types of people. The people that really, really loved that movie really went really crazy. They went ape crap over it. They were people that don't play video games. Those of us that play video games, we're used to seeing those kinds of elements, those kinds of worlds. I think that it's, you know, people who are non-gamers saw the graphics of that movie and its art design and everything, and it was the first time they had really seen something so vibrant and looked like that. But those of us that were at the time playing other games, like Monster Hunter,
I get you,
World of Warcraft, like we were just used to kind of being in. We understand the idea of being an avatar in a world that we're exploring.
I mean, let's take
non-gamers. I know that like a lot of like older people too. I say older, like our age group and up, Eric. I mean, I'm dating ourselves here, I guess, but those were the people that were like, they were floored. They're like, this is the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. And to them, without context, their opinion was valid. That's you just have to place it in the framework of the viewer. I'm not saying everybody. I'm sure that there are people who are younger, who are gamers and still love the movie. I'm just saying in general, I noticed that a lot of older people who are just not maybe gamers, you know, they really spazzed out like that was the greatest thing since like canned tuna. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I like that you like Avatar. That's great. But to me, it was just okay. I mean, it was all right.
I mean,
I
think of it like this. Think of it like this. You had Jurassic Park, right? Jurassic Park came out even later. And you had all these games that were based on the Jurassic Park franchise. Jurassic Park is about to come out with a new movie. And it's already, what, the 4th, 5th, 6th movie that came out?
Jurassic Park, we still haven't learned our lesson.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What I'm saying is, here you have an Avatar movie. A second one is about to come out, and Avatar has had maybe at most 3 or 4 games that have come out. Maybe on like on the earlier platforms like PS2 or PS3 that came out back then. So again, that's because the movie that came out back in 2009. That's when the movie came out, and of course, cash and grab.
Yep.
To me, right now, it's not the right time to put out this game. It's cash and grab. I hate when they do these pieces on it, and they're like, "Oh, we're using this hyping technology for it," and I'm sitting there like, "Oh, so basically you're using the same technology that every other gaming company is using. You're just overhyping it to make it seem like it's more than what it should be." I'm not impressed. I mean, seriously, that's like when they put out Terminator Resistance. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I feel it. That's good. Yeah. I know what you mean. Like, it's a kind of comparison for sure. But like I said, we'll see. It is kind of. It is really like. Oh, go ahead, sir.
This is the most attention that Avatar game has gotten since it's been.
I was like, man, we want this game way too long because like Jesus Christ.
Nobody else cares. And look, I mean, we could be totally wrong. That game could come out and it could be the most mind-blowing thing you ever saw, and it'll reinvent gaming as we.
We'll see. We'll see.
What do you really think is the probability?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see once it comes out, man. All right. So besides Avatar, of course, that was Ubisoft's one of Ubisoft's gems that was coming that was shown on E3 for sure. What about Xbox? I know. What about Xbox Bethesda? Now, Xbox Bethesda are coming out with another brand new game that they shown. There was the last game that they shown was Red Light from the developers of Dishonored and Prey. It's an immersive shooter that is coming out. You can fight cults of just cults of people and vampires as well too. Of course, with solo or co-op. What do you feel about this game, guys? No,
I'm not impressed.
This doesn't feel you? Really?
I'm not impressed.
Really?
This is not gameplay. This is not gameplay.
They gave us a trailer, but from the trailer? Of course, everybody got specific powers and all that too. You see the sister right there.
Gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with any. I'm sick and tired of these presentations. Again, I go back to the Cyberpunk thing. Show me gameplay. Show me how the game actually plays. It's great. I love graphics. I love seeing video graphics for a game, but show me the actual gameplay. Because
by the way, why does this? What's with this new style of games coming out these days that have to borrow from like Fortnite's art style?
I don't know, dude. You know what? So I haven't even like actually like I wasn't really focused on like as far as the art style. Yeah, it is a Fortnite art style, man. But
why does it look like?
It does.
Like a Fortnite skin.
It does,
dude. About reskinning stuff. This looks like, and I'm not bashing Fortnite. I don't care. I'm not one of those. I'm not hating on Fortnite. I'm just asking, like, what's this trend in gaming now, even with next gen, where they almost purposely want to make it look not realistic? Like these look like our idea of like if they took like a 70s or 80s cartoon and tried to make the characters realistic.
But that's the thing, Sif. That's the thing. It's whatever's working in the community right now. Fortnite being like the top right now. That you got. If I was a game dev, I would be like, you know what? The Fortnite art style is pretty good. I would kind of got a little chip from that. You know what I mean? And of course it does, but it's gonna work. I guarantee it's gonna work for Xbox. You know what I mean? It's gonna work for them. So
yes, I guess it's a matter of what your preference is. I think, but again. Oh, and by the way, what's up with every name? Every game now has to have the word fall in it. Everything is fall.
Redfall.
We got Titanfall and Fall Guys, and we got Greedfall and Godfall, and then we got Titanfall and Fallout, and this and Fallout Boy, and then we got Skyfall and Legends of the Fall, and
if y'all don't know, if y'all know what we're talking about, go back to our Pass Controller page and look at Civ's poll. But yeah, that's I don't know. That's what it is.
I'll say this much. I'll say this much. Like with Deathloop, when I first saw the graphics of Deathloop, I was like, okay, show me gameplay. When I saw the gameplay for it, I'm like, okay, it matches with the actual video of the the cinematography video. I was like, okay, fine. That's what I want. I want to see gameplay.
I feel you.
If it matches with the cinematography, then I'm all for it. But right now, I'm just sick and tired of seeing so much of. I love watching the video cinematography like I would with Overwatch or so, but give me actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Stop with it because it's a, like I said, Cyberpunk. I guess I'm animate about it because of Cyberpunk, what it did to me. It left me scarred. It left me really scarred to a point where I'm like, you know what? I don't believe it until I see the
okay.
Gameplay.
Okay, Smoke. Okay, so you talk about gameplay. Let's talk about gameplay then, man. What about Xbox is showing bump that of Halo multiplayer? Cause listen, are y'all ready?
About multiplayer, we don't do that here.
Come on, are y'all ready for this, man? This is Halo, baby. I am hyped. I am stoked because when they show, of course, they ain't show a lot about with the campaign and all that, but multiplayer, dude, I cannot wait. Halo Night in America is coming back. I cannot wait to play with my friends. I cannot wait to play with y'all because I know y'all gonna get it. We're gonna LAN parties, dude. Halo is back, baby, with the multiplayer. It's gonna be sick. I cannot wait to frag y'all. Oh my god, this is amazing. What do y'all think? Let's go, man. Halo, I'm hyped, dude.
It looks good. I think that there were two camps of people that were Xbox fans that came out of E3, and they said either the new Forza game looks great, and then also Halo. These two stole the show there so far as Microsoft goes. This game looks gorgeous.
It does, dude.
I mean, you can see where they put their money. Like, it's going to be really amazing. I don't know. Are they doing any kind of story mode for this, or is it
most likely they're going to do a story mode? They're going to do definitely a campaign. They showed that in the first trailer a couple years ago and all that too. I
didn't know if they abandoned that or not, or if this is going to be another entry in the story, but I mean, it looks spectacular.
It's spectacular, man. Now going back to Smoke, because Smoke definitely actually said it. Square Enix, man. Square Enix, and of course Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
Yes.
What do y'all think about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah. I was sold because they made sure they made it very clear it's not going to be like Marvel's Avengers. It's going to be its own thing. It's the gameplay is definitely different from it is a single player mode, and it's about making choices and decisions, which I always love. Think of it like a little bit of
Mass Effect. Yep.
Right, but I loved it because even some of the gameplay they were showing you the decision that he made with Rocket. No, I thought that was funny as hell. It was something they were doing.
Hey, are we free to make bad decisions like Peter Quill does?
They said he makes there's going to be some decisions he makes that are bad and all that stuff that has consequences. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. So yeah, but like I said again, this is definitely in my wheelhouse, and the fact that they made it very clear that they're not. This is definitely not like if Marvel's Avengers. It's his own different. It's his own different entity. So
right.
Even though Marvel's Avengers, the game itself, they're promoting this and everything else. And let me just.
So are we gonna? I want to see a dance competition. Like quick time events there to be like Ronan the Accuser or something. That would.
But one thing I want to say, and I will say this about Marvel's Avengers, even though they're trying to win back the fans, I will say this: I am looking forward to the World of Wakanda when it's coming out in August and all for Black Panther. If they can redeem themselves with the Black Panther storyline, then they sold me. And they also are doing a Marvel Zombies thing in their world, their down the road thing they're doing. So they are trying to win back fans, and they're finally now going to be doing the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe costumes and all. I'm not a big fan of buying the loot. I mean, not buying the loot. I'm not a big fan of
The microtransactions,
buying
yeah.
and all that
What's
stuff.
up with these character models in this game? Why does it look like the Guardians of the Galaxy that I ordered from Wish?
I hate you, dude.
They're gonna have all these different costumes and all.
You got look at this. You got Darks the Eradicator. You got
Drax.
You got
Drax.
I
Drax.
fucking know. I'm making a joke. God damn it! Hold on. You got Missile Raccoon. You got Star Master. These guys are so generic looking. What were they thinking here?
Actually, the sketches that they
There, my joke is done. Now you can laugh.
Stupid.
actually the sketches they were going for, they were actually, this is how they wanted them to look in the game, but also they're going to be coming out with their actual original costumes from the comic books and all, because they had all these different variations and looks from the comic books and all that, and from the TV show and from the movie. So they'll be able to have different looks and all for the game.
Yeah, facts. What what about from Warner Brothers? And I'm so excited for this. Back for Blood. First of all, I played the beta. Back for Blood is a game you must have. It's a game you need to get. Of course, following the Left 4 Dead series, this is amazing, dude. And I cannot believe this game is coming out, man, in October. It's freaking dope. Here's the thing. They did a PvP segment real quick, right? So it's 4v4. Of course, you switch between zombies and of course, the cleaners. That's what they call them. You know what I mean? So the cleaners versus zombies. Dude, I'm excited to play as those freaking undead zombies, dude, because the features that those zombies have, like you got the tall boy with the big arm, and you get to freaking, like bashing, people like a hammer and all that too. And dude, I'm so hyped about this game, dude. And when I played the beta of it, I wanted more. And I guarantee you that y'all going to love this game to death. And when Warner Brothers, this is the only game Warner Brothers showed, and that's all they need to show. This was amazing. Trust me. I can't wait to play it. You guys got to play it. I can't wait to play with you guys. You guys will love this game.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Oh my God. October 12th. Get it. It's great, man. And
you guys are getting Alien Fire Team though, right?
Oh, yes.
We gotta talk about that. That game looks awesome.
Yes.
Oh, for sure, man.
That's our new Predator.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course,
What up?
and of course, last but not least, Nintendo dropped the bomb. I feel like they freaking won E3 again. Nintendo dropped the bomb with what we all wanted to see, with what we all were dying to see. Besides Metroid, was Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. I think that everybody's pretty much hype about this for sure. So y'all got here you go, Zelda fans, you got it. Breath of the Wild 2 trailer is coming out. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. Look at this, is all this glory.
So are we gonna see Link in Fortnite now? His little entry of him falling from the sky.
Oh, dude, yeah, of course. If you want to gamble about that prediction, he's gonna be in Fortnite.
I think that the only prediction I think that is more exciting than that is the idea that Callisto Protocol is Dead Space.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'm gonna make my own prediction. We're gonna see some Nintendo crossovers in the realm.
You know what? I'm not gonna knock that. I feel like to say, but there you go, man. Smoke, are you a fan of Breath of the Wild, man?
Hey, look. If the fans are happy, now I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Zelda. I've never been a big Zelda, player. So, but my thing is, hey, I'm not going to knock anybody who's a fan of it and all, because there are a lot of people out there that love that game. So I would never knock a fan. Again, I know how much what it means to a lot of people out there. So I never knock a fan. If you love that game,
I was kind of lukewarm on the first Breath of the Wild. It was okay.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a Zelda game.
It was a new push to be an open world for everybody. Again, everybody was getting used to it. You know what I mean?
I miss the labyrinths. I miss that stuff. I don't know about you pick up a sword and you hit somebody with it 3 times and it breaks. There were some game mechanics.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't the biggest fan, but I always commend Nintendo when they do try to do something new. It's fine. It's a fine game. I just think for a Zelda game, it's just not. You listen, man. You know how it goes because there are some Sonic games that aren't like cream of the crop. You get a couple misses in there too. Everybody's favorite franchise has a dud.
That's true.
Unless of course it's Street Fighter.
I can't with you, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our E3 recap. Again, what is some of your favorite highlights from E3? Let us know. Some of your favorite games, some games that you're going to get. Definitely let us know. I mean, listen, the E3 is getting a little bit whack, but I mean, we can appreciate some highlights and some gems, man. But yeah, we want E3 to really come back. Hopefully, man. But
it was not on fleek.
Yeah, exactly. But like we said earlier, man, we think it's going extinct, man. But again, what do you think? Like, let us know. You know what I mean? So that is going to end it. Of course, man, we thank y'all for jumping in. But before we let y'all go, of course, we have some endgame credits for you guys. Of course, please share the stream to all of your friends in the gaming community so that they won't miss any of this info that we shared today. Don't forget to follow our other social media outlets. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, YouTube, Twitch at PTC Gaming Show. Send us your questions at our email address, ptcgamingshow@gmail.com. More importantly, we have a community just for you gamers called PTC Nation, which is it's like 1,700 strong, so keep growing. Again, you go ahead and search PTC Nation on Facebook, or scroll down our Pass Controller website on Facebook, and you'll see our PTC Nation banner right there. You can jump in with the rest of the crew. Just click the link right there in our page, and they'll take you there. Of course, PTC Nation, you can share your own gaming news, gaming memes, questions to us to answer on the next show, gaming polls and videos. Share your Twitch channels, your YouTube channels, your Facebook gaming channels. Put your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN IDs, Nintendo friend codes, PC Steam names. Remember, PTC Nation is all for you to connect with one another so that we can all pass the controller together. What are you guys playing anyway, man, after this?
Hitman 3.
Hitman 3? Oh, what you got, Civ? Oh, Civ got the hell. What you got, Civ? What do you got?
Look at this.
Oh, dude. What?
It's not.
There we go. We can put Alex Kidd. Really? Yo.
Alex Kidd remake.
You gotta give us your review after you play it, man. Like, seriously.
Definitely. I need to check that out. By the way, we got to drop 2 pieces of quick news before we sign off.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Mark and I will be appearing at the 2 Minigame Swap Meet tomorrow.
Yes.
If you're in the Philadelphia area, drop by the Crown Plaza Hotel in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Doors open, I believe, at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Stop out there. There's going to be a lot of good gaming loot, all kinds of fun stuff. You'll see me there. I'll be the guy carrying big bags of stuff that I have to sneak into my own house to make my wife not see when I bring home.
Oh, my God.
And then also, again, if we don't talk to you guys before then, check us out. It's going to be July 10th. We're doing the Intellivision Amico launch event there in the Crayola Fun Factory, I think it's called, something like that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Crayola, whatever, in Easton. We'll get you guys the details.
We'll get you details, yep.
Block that off in your calendar, guys. That's going to be a blast. So yeah, definitely stop out, check us out, say hi. Give us hugs. We can hug now.
Exactly. We're all vaccinated. Absolutely.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Thanks,
That's
guys.
it.
Thanks for another good show. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Brian, Civic Minded Lessig. I finally have a tagline. I got a real tagline.
What's your tagline?
Always continue. No.
Wait, that's it. Always continue. I was waiting for. Me and Smoke was waiting for like always continue. Like always continue what?
Oh, well, fuck it now.
Nah, I like that. Always continue. Okay.
No, you didn't like it.
Come on, no, we was waiting for it. We was like, okay.
Sitting there like.
We just messed up for Civics. I'm done. His plans.
He's like, always.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, that is it, man. For Smoke, for Civic, for me. Listen, I am McNux, and as always, this is Pass Controller, and as always, get good.
Peace and hair grease, y'all. Peace and hair grease.